So GTA 5 is within the next, I think, 1 or 2 weeks, and we're getting ready to prepare to play this new generation of GTA. I mean, if you've seen the trailer, then I'm gonna leave it in the description below. But what's up, everyone? My name is Trey Shit, by the way. I'm here today on Grand Theft Auto 5. And whatsoever, I already just heard and saw on what to watch list about GTA 5, and would you know, IGN just finally posted the trailer, the first-person trailer for Grand Theft Auto 5. And if you have not seen it, then I suggest for you to go and announce yourself on your screen or link in the description below. But just in case, basically, it's everything in first person. Well, here's the whole thing in the process. Basically, you are able to switch from third person to first person in Grand Theft Auto 5. Obviously, you know that. But here's another thing that you obviously do know. I mean, if you already know how to switch to third person in different forms, then you can also switch it by pressing one single button at a time. And that's what they call the symbol. Oh, just kidding. The select button if you have PS3 or PS4, or as they call it, the options, or whatsoever. In this case, that'll be the options button for the Xbox One, or the select button or back button for the Xbox 360. So basically, everything made Grand Theft Auto 5 change. So now, I mean, anyway, this is like somewhat a bigger, broader perspective for Grand Theft Auto 5 since you have the first person. I mean, we already see FPS games in action, but Grand Theft Auto 5 is turned into a different location. I mean, look at this. I mean, you can imagine me in first person, but that's one way some next gen acting up in Grand Theft Auto 5. In Grand Theft Auto 5, exactly. Like, you already know that it's gonna be more shiny, brighter, more contrast, more detailed, more broad for the next gen, even more exciting and more style, if you know what I mean, since we already have something called street races. It's also said that's gonna be like more animations, like I bet 1,000, possibly more. I'm not sure, but there is possibly gonna be 1,000, more animations than what you can expect from Grand Theft Auto 5 into next gen version of Grand Theft Auto 5. Because whatsoever, this is first person, so basically there's gonna be more animation than ever. I mean, you probably will give it a middle finger up, or yes, middle finger up. If you're like a big fan of middle finger, then go ahead. I mean, this person replayed Grand Theft Auto 5 for 60 hours. I mean, on IGN, I'm gonna give you an article in the description below. But this is somewhat where I say, wow. But here's another thing that you have not noticed. I mean, of course, you already seen the mission and stuff, but here's more. This is all happening on next gen. This is gonna be for PS4, Xbox One, and PC. But here's the catch for PC. If you have supported 4K resolution or 4K graphics that are available, I mean, that you're able to use, that's how it's gonna be able to work. Because first person is gonna be enabled for 4K support, not for anyone lower than that. But that's the only thing that we know so far. Why? Because I mean, wouldn't it be able to crash or possibly get lower? I mean, we have to be sure about that. There's also a new targeting system as well. As in, if you're an FPS player, then you already know the crosshairs that usually appear on the middle, the really middle of your screen. Then you will notice that the new target system will be the crosshairs that you see in the middle of your screen, in which it will be more like FPS, obviously. And remember, first person mode will be also available for online as well too. So basically, for FPS, it's gonna be available for both Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. Well, obviously it sounds like that, but yeah, first person mode for Grand Theft Auto 5 and Grand Theft Auto Online. Hope you're ready for online for next gen, because this is where it could be skill or it could be fun for everyone else. Since Grand Theft Auto 5 is already having next gen, already gonna be implementing the first person mode in the next gen, it feels like it's gonna have a different visual towards the aspect. I mean, since the previous Grand Theft Auto 5, we've already been dealing with third person back to back all the time. Like the actual feel from inside the cockpit. Yes, that's right, inside the cockpit, the car, the planes, the helicopters, the tanks, if you know, and inside in our AC-130, or in this case, as they call it, the Titan. It's gonna feel like it's gonna have like some sort of tense feel, since we're already gonna be seeing more tense traffic, or what's our better forestation. In this case, you know, the wildlife update, where everything becomes really popping out of your eyes. But another perspective would change the game. But the question is really one thing that keeps on coming in my mind, but I'm not gonna say it in this video unless you already know. because it's been talked about a lot of times. I mean, I don't want to rant, but it's been talked about a lot of times. So basically, yeah, first person mode arrives into Grand Theft Auto 5. This game comes out on November 18th. How many days do we have left? In this case, how many weeks do we have left anyway? We're down to 2 weeks. People, we're about to play some Grand Theft Auto 5. So anyway, guys, that is about it. First person mode comes out with the Grand Theft Auto 5. And this is both for PS4, Xbox One, PC. I'm sorry, it's not coming for next current gen, even though I really like to see that happen. But yes, next gen. But make sure your PC is also supported for 4K resolution. Otherwise, it's not gonna be able to support for a lower resolution. And other than that, also remember it's gonna be 32 players as well too. You're playing first person mode with 32 players online. Your mouth will drop. So anyway, guys, I'm about to be out. I'll see you guys later. I hope you did enjoy. Then make sure you like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys later.